So today's video is sponsored by LCbuildz. If you're like me and you live on a dark road, then you should go ahead and get yourself a pair of these. They are LED lights. These right here are the 9007 HB5s. These are the Q26 series. Easy installation, pretty much plug and play. So this is the before on my headlights right here. Nasty, ugly, yellow looking lights. And just like that, they plug right on in. These are the lights right here, and I'm telling you, these things work amazing. I'm going to put the link down in the description. If you use my code LCbuildz, you'll get you 20% off all of your purchases. Thanks to LCbuildz for sponsoring today's video. Let's get right to it. All right, so we're going to start taking these seats off. You can see the rust. I'm going to replace them. We got two here, two back here. I believe two right here in the center, another two up here front. We can remove this section right here. Once this section is out the way, we'll remove that one. We're gonna go ahead and remove the seat belts off the side, take all the panel off so we can go ahead and drop this headliner down. These things right here are so freaking rusted. So over on this side, I did find some standing water. So it's not a whole lot, but that goes to show that it was leaking really bad. Now, actually in here, it looks pretty damn decent to be what it is. I'm gonna clean all that out too, but we'll do that once we get this carpet out, because I'm probably gonna clean this deep in here somehow. This right here literally just snapped right on out. Be careful you don't pull the cover off of it, because you can't actually just pull the cover off. But you snap that out and you lift this plug up right here like that. Boom, there goes the light. This should be a Phillips in there. Those over there, these two. Remove the A-pillars, the visors, the center, and that light, and the whole headliner should drop down. So I literally found a rat's nest, or a mice nest. Holy shit. Well, hopefully I don't come across it. All right, so here is the headliner. See how bad it was leaking back here? The rat's nest. But other than that, it did fold pretty nicely. It's not cracked or nothing. So, and here all the rest of the pieces are gonna be painted. Just gotta get this one out, which probably snaps right on out. But here we go, here we are. Not so bad. Not so bad. This right here, I used a 5/8 for this one, that one over there, this one over here, and this one right here. These are 5/8. This one right here for the C-build, that is a T50. So you got one there, and then you got one right there, T50 as well. These right here are 8mm, the ones that hold the, you know, oh shit handlebars. Those are 8mm over there as well. And then the rest on the visors are Phillips screwdriver. Make sure you grab the correct screwdriver, because sometimes it can be a little stiff in there, and you can strip the head, and then you're going to be facing some more problems. And then for these back here, these are 10mm. These were here. The ones that were holding the actual, this piece right here, are 7mm. And then these back here are 8mm, because Ford decided to use different sizes for literally stuff that is all around the same area. Why are these 8 and those 7? I don't know. It could have all been 8 or all been 7s, but these are all the parts. These are all the parts that are going to get painted. I have a big job ahead of me. I'm just waiting for the color to come in, and once it comes in, we're going to start prepping these to paint. Got some parts in here. This is, I'm assuming, the pigtail for the truck. Yep, that's the pigtail, looks correct. And here is the paint for the truck, and then this is the color. I don't know how I feel about this color. Little small bottles of prep cleaner. Thought it'd be a little bit bigger, but oh well. All this right here was 112 bucks. I just love when you come home and you got more parts. The phone was dead, but I scuffed it with a red Scotch-Brite pad, some Purple Power, and some Dawn. And I gave it a good old scuff, and I'm about to spray some of this adhesion promoter on here, and we're going to see how this one door panel comes out. I'm going to spray this adhesion promoter. This kind of just missed it on there. All right, so I gave it about 5 to 10 minutes to dry time. So now in with a color, and here we go. Color I chose is King Ranch Red. So this one, so on this one right here, I'm just gonna do one because I'm literally losing sunlight, but this is a quick time lapse. We'll get to the rest of them tomorrow. All right, guys, the only thing that I can say is that this thing is almost done. So I only did one door panel. I have a lot more to go. Just these 2 cans and this adhesion promoter was $112. So I guess I'm just going to order the paint, and I'm probably just going to use the Bulldog or something I can get from the store, or something else for the adhesion promoter, because I mean, like I said, I have a lot of panels to do. I know a lot of them stuff is going to be black, but still. For the door panels, I'm going to do the same step by process that I did on the door panels on this piece right here. So what I use is a red Scotch-Brite pad. I use some Purple Power degreaser to clean it really good, and then I also kind of wiped them down with some Dawn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just spray some Purple Power all over this. I'm going to grab this and I'm going to give it a good nice scrub and clean, get everywhere really good. I also used the brush, and I cleaned behind back here too as well, just because I'm already here. And once we let it dry, we will wipe it down with some prep clean, and we'll spray a coat of adhesion promoter. Let me show you. So I'll grab this, I'll spray it really good, spray it around everywhere, and then I'll grab this straw, right, and I'll just and this is how you guys know it's clean. There's no oil or nothing on it. So we're going to let this air dry a little bit right here in the sun. And while I do this, while this is air drying, I'm going to continue on the center on the door panel. So I'm going to show you that, guys, next. All right, guys, so for back here, unfortunately, I thought I had a wire brush, but I didn't. So I'm just going to use this right here. And I'm just going to knock down all of this glue that's on here. All right, so we're going to wipe that clean, and we're going to start with the fabric. And you guys want to make sure you also get back here too, because there is glue from where the fabric is flipped over and glued down. So I'm going to go ahead and clean that up and get this ready for the fabric. So this is the handle. You can see how dirty it is. I'm going to scrub this down really good too, give it a nice clean, and we're going to spray these right here. These are probably going to go black. I was going to go do the same color as the door panel, just in case if the black does not look good. All right, so we got this all nice and clean, and I'm going to go ahead and spray some adhesion promoter, and using the Color Bond adhesion promoter. Like mist it over like that. Give this only about 5 to 10 minutes to tack off. So you don't wait for it to fully dry, and then once about 5 to 10 minutes, you can go ahead and spray whatever color you're going to use. In this case, I'm using black. So I'm going to set this aside for a few minutes, and we'll get right back to it. Good. So I'm going to go ahead and spray this adhesion promoter on this. All right, let this sit for a few minutes. All right, so for the black, I'm using just duplicolor vinyl fabric. Let's see how it looks. So she's black. Get one more coat on it, just to safe measures. You always want to kind of spray dust on it. You don't want to go in heavy. You go in too heavy and it just makes a bigger mess. Just want to mist over it all every time. So here's this one. We're going to spray this one black too. Again, I like to start with the edges. And I would probably recommend wearing gloves if you like wearing gloves. I hate wearing gloves. So you can see it's just a nice little mist. Let it tack off, and then we'll spray some more coats on it and get it all covered up. And there she is, all black. It's actually got a nice sheen to it, so I like that. So it's gonna look good. Another thing I did once I finished cleaning it all off, I kind of just used this little brush and just kind of pretty much just kind of like, you know, broom it off or whatever. And there you go. That should be good. This is the fabric we're using. We're going with black suede. So let's see how it turns out. So I was going to do a time lapse of me cutting up this piece of fabric, but I didn't press play. So here we are. But anyways, this is the glue that I'm spraying right here, multi-purpose. Just want to leave about 1 inch or so, maybe half an inch or so from all edges, so that you can actually flip it back like that when you go to glue it. If I remember correctly, I'm going to spray this side first right here, let it sit for about a few minutes. I think it says like 2 to 3 minutes. Yeah, 1 to 3 minutes, tack up, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to lay it on here, and then we'll do, you know, the rest from there. So let me spray this real quick. We'll get right back. All right, so I spray this and I'm going to let it tack off for about a minute or two and stick it on there. All right guys, she's ready. So I'm going to attempt to do this. Should get it good right there, and gonna start with the center right here. And then I'm gonna boom through that. I'm gonna flip it so I can actually get it in everywhere that it needs to be on. So far, everything seems to be good. I use this razor blade right here just to kind of see about where, about right there, needs to be cut so we can boom on over. All right, it's been about a good minute. So now, here comes the fun part, which is flipping this on over. The little door panel pieces. You'll see the back. So this is what I was talking about, cutting little slits in it so you can actually fold them over right there. And then right here's where I cut a little too short, so it wouldn't lift up a little bit, but I think it would be all right. But not too bad for my first one. So let's continue with the rest so we can get this door panel done. All right guys, so here is officially the first door panel finished up, and kind of like that black. It looks real nice. It's just all sitting up here, so it's not glued in. I still have to glue everything back together, but there's the suede right there. It's nice, got the foam piece on there. That slow brush so I can kind of just brush all kinds of stuff off of it for right now. So proud of this one. This came out great. So here is one finished product. All this stuff you see right here, that's just because it's freaking cold. It was sitting in the room, in my spare room, so the AC was blowing right on it. But guarantee you that's not how that stands out like that. So that'll go away here soon. But this is the first one right here.